Today we're going to talk about some of my favorite solo relaxation techniques. If you're new and you want to follow along for more, like, sub, bell. Hello, this is Puddle, welcome back. I wanted to talk about relaxing stuff today since the world continues to fall more and more apart as the weeks go on. Self-care is more important now than ever. And I mentioned a couple things that I love to indulge in when I made my guilty pleasures video, but today is going to be entirely focused on calming activities for when you're stressed out and you need a little break, but you don't know what that break is. So please share your own below too. I love trying new things to decompress. To kick things off, I know in the Guilty Pleasures video I already talked about ASMR. I won't go on for too long, but if I may, oh my gosh, I love ASMR. A voice that you trust, gently repeating comforting and positive phrases, sign me up, no shame whatsoever. I used to think I didn't have ASMR triggers, but there are some specific ASMR artists who proved otherwise. I highlighted some channels last time that I could spend hours listening to, and I'm actually going to promote one more today that is very special to me. Alex, previously known in ASMR circles as ASMR Dreams, has what I consider to be some of the best ASMR content I've found. Back when I used to be able to fall asleep with headphones on, I'd loop some of her videos specifically. Her levels are always perfect, her accent makes certain words sound just right, and there's a charm to her ramblings that put a smile on my face whenever I would focus in on what she was saying. In my opinion, good ASMR is flexible. You can listen in and empty your head for a little to relax, or selectively tune it out for bits while working or studying. And good ASMR doesn't peak or suddenly catch you off guard, and Alex's content is some of the best that I'd ever found. I remember cheering her on when she stopped some years ago to pursue other things, but she came back this year and I couldn't be more thrilled. Even if you've never been into ASMR before, I recommend giving her channel a look. It's pretty aesthetically pleasing too, if I might add. Okay, so this is totally silly, but I love it and I recommend it for everyone. So you know Bob Ross, yeah?
Don't worry about it. You don't always have to have a perfect vision in your mind of what it is you're going to paint.
Hell yeah, you do. The man is a legend. Happy little trees, squirrel in his pocket. Let me tell you, this guy has got it all figured out. Now, what I used to do for fun was try and follow along digitally while he painted, but digital brushes and traditional painting, neither is better than the other, but the methods are very different. Usually painting alongside digitally made everything that Bob did seem like magic. I'd look at his canvas and mimic the same line, and by the time that I looked back at the screen, he had half of the painting done. And as someone who's seen literally all of Bob Ross multiple times, I know he makes 3 versions of every painting for each episode, but it astounds me how fast he paints. So instead of trying to keep up, honestly, seriously, it's just nice to put on a couple episodes and finger paint. Yes, I said finger paint.
Go right up here. Now you could use a brush, but finger painting's fun too.
Get out a couple of containers of the acrylics that have been sitting in the back of your closet that you said you're going to take seriously, and instead just go for finger painting. No image in mind, slap stuff down. Start with a little on just your fingertips, and you'll usually end with your inner kid unleashed, paint covering your palms and even parts of your arms. I'm serious, just pick a few colors, not too many, and make some motions. No goal or image in mind, just if you want to name them or make something out of it, you can, but I recommend not doing that until your hands are washed and the paint has dried, and you come back to it with fresh eyes. You can really appreciate what you made that way. Quick midpoint time to say thank you to all the tiers of my patron constellation. I make a lot of stuff, and y'all make it possible. Thank you. Tiers of my Patreon also get access to my update archive, extra comic goodies, and even behind-the-scenes vlogs. And if you're new, hi! I also have a mailing list. Every month I pack it with all my project updates, and even a couple throwbacks and bonus goodies. Okay, back to it. Back in the before times when we could go out without the huge risk of COVID, we used to try to go out for karaoke every couple months. Karaoke? Karaoke. My partner is from Hawaii and hates it when I say karaoke, but I'm gonna say it. Karaoke. No, it's not for everyone. Personally, I have the most fun if the whole room is singing the songs together. Less focus on just one person, you know? But we ain't been able to book a room in a long time. And even so, did you know that if you sing or hum an upbeat song, it can completely reshift your mood? It's hard to multi-focus on the thing that's been bumming you out if you're singing. So yeah, literally whenever I'm alone with my thoughts now, I tend to default to humming or singing something. Better than letting anxiety and lingering trauma hold the mic for too long. Not that it's good to bottle that up either. That's what therapy is great for. But yeah, singing. Even if you're not skilled or whatever, pick songs that are fun. Songs that feel good to belt out. Oh, and also an insomnia activity. I mean, if you have insomnia, looking at a screen doesn't help much. It's proven that screens at bedtime makes your sleeping worse, and you can do this with pen and paper. but I'd be naive to think that y'all don't sleep with your phones next to you. I do. So before one especially bad night has you tempted to vague post, subtweet, or text your ex, do a brain dump in your memo app. Just type out all of the things that you're thinking about, the stuff that's keeping you up. Sometimes I start with stuff like, I can't sleep. I feel like blank. Right now I really wish I could blank. I hate it when blank. It feels forced at first, but before you know it, words will be falling out of you, and as fast as you type, try to slow your thinking to that rate and just ramble in your memos. Don't check a timeline, don't look at your messages, just blab to yourself. And if you want to put down the thoughts that you're afraid of forgetting, look back at the memo later. Or you can delete it without checking it if you feel like you just doom vented. But sometimes we need a chance to vent to ourselves anyway. Give yourself that chance. You deserve a private place to let off some steam and be honest with yourself about your feelings. If you like this video and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And check out my other vids, maybe my guilty pleasures or my comic tip videos. Thank you for listening, take care, and I'll see you next week.